let's. Hey guys, James Watson here from the Impact Academy coaching program. I am joined with one of our superstar clients, Stephen Arnold. Stephen, welcome, mate.
Thanks, James. Thank you.
Mate, so for those of you who are, or for those of the listeners who don't know who you are, can you explain to them where you come from, what you do, and who you help?
Yeah, for sure. I'll just give you a quick rundown. So I'm Stephen Arnold. I'm based in WA. Spent all my life working with athletes, being an athlete, working with athletes. I coached clients to 21 international titles in natural sports and fitness modelling. Worked with Miss Galaxy, Miss Nude Australia, been all around the world with my clients, competing at the highest level, winning the most prestigious awards in across like 5 or 6 different federations. But that didn't mean necessarily that I got paid the most because I was the best. I thought be the best coach that you can be, and you get paid accordingly. But it just doesn't work like that. And in one New Year's Day, I lost a client to a fitness sort of Insta model sort of figure. Certainly not a great coach. Certainly not a world-class coach. And she was charging 3 times what I was charging. So I was like, on this New Year's Day, I was having this breakdown. I was like, how is this happening? I'm 10 times a better coach than this Instagram model, and she's charging 3 times as much as me and stole one of my clients. Like, how is this happening? So that was sort of like the changing point for me. I was like, I got to change something here. Like I'm putting all this work in, achieving all these awards. I'm not getting paid, and getting beat to the market for people that aren't as good as me. So that's when I started going down the path of looking at my business model, looking at my target audience, started making some shifts. And over the next couple of years, I sort of put some things in place, but I wasn't quite there. Got to a point where I'd scaled the business. I had a couple of people come on and start working for me, and we were doing great. But the last 6 months, my whole business was based off organic work, and that wasn't scalable. I was at a point where I just couldn't scale it any further. I was just getting frustrated, really, putting a lot of time and effort into it and not really getting that growth or results that I wanted.
Yeah, sure. And that was sort of pre-Impact Academy, right? That's when you were struggling with getting into paid ads and, not seeing the results you were wanting with organic. Is that correct?
That's right. So I put a lot of time and money into changing my business model on my avatar. And we did okay. We were doing okay. And then it was just organic. Like everything I was doing was based off organic, and there wasn't any growth to it. I was just getting frustrated. I needed my paid ads to be performing for me and taking some of the load off. Everything was based, or the whole business was getting propped up by the one pillar of me doing organic output. It was taking up all my time, all my focus, and the back end of the business was suffering as well because I was putting everything into the organic pillar to prop the business up, trying to move forward. We couldn't get any. I didn't have any time, didn't have any control, and we had no growth. We were stuck at a set point. So I spoke to a few people about helping with my paid ads. 2 guys that offer a similar product to Pete. They were very clearly after money. Yep. They could not care less about me, and it was very obvious on the phone call. Whereas Pete, when I spoke to Pete, he just wanted to help. He gave me 2 pieces of information on the call. We did a 15-minute call. He just gave me 2 pieces of advice. Didn't even try to sell me. Wasn't interested in selling me. He just wanted to help me. So out of the 3 people that I spoke to, I could tell that Pete genuinely wanted to help me. He gave me 2 pieces of advice. He said, go and take these pieces of advice and go and see how you get on. He didn't even ask me to come back to him or ask for the sale. So I was very comfortable with Pete, and I knew that he genuinely wanted to care. And then the pieces of advice, I implemented them. They got me the result. So I knew that Pete was genuine, and then I knew that he was legitimate at what he was trying to offer. And then I went back to Pete and I said, hey, look, you didn't ask for the sale, but the advice you gave me was fantastic. It's worked. And now I want more.
Yeah, love that. And so you said, when you were doing the organic, you were starting to feel a bit burnt out. You were starting to notice that the back end, like the actual client getting process, or even the delivery of your service wasn't going as well. What was the main struggle there? Like, Why were you struggling so much with that stuff?
Because organic's not scalable.
Mm,
You can't just do more time, more posts. It just doesn't work like that.
yeah.
There's only so much exposure and so much growth you can get from organic. Like Facebook control that.
Yeah.
You're only going to get so far. And I was putting 60 hours a week in organic strategies, organic posting, organic outreach. I was just like a bloody spam marketer, you know. I'd gone from a world-class coach to a bloody spammer, just outputting, messaging people, cold messaging, warm messaging,
Yeah.
different tactics, free webinars, different groups, group interaction, and it'll only get you so far. You know, I had tripled my business, but we got to a point where we just couldn't go any further. So it was just stupid because I had no time then to put into the back end, the deliverability, the achievement phases, and the sort of retention phase of the business, and it was struggling.
Yeah.
So I needed to make a change.
Cool. And that change was obviously going through our, you know, what we call our dual lead flow system, which is obviously keeping up with your organic, but also at the same time, you know, really ramping up your paid advertising. So what were the specific actions that you took? Like obviously you've watched our trainings, you went through that stuff, but what did you change from your ads approach before to your ads approach with Impact Academy coaching? What was different?
Okay, so I literally spent like a year trying to figure out paid ads on my own, and I'd spent $7,000.
Yeah.
And I had no direct sales. Like
Okay.
I may have got sales on the return. People would come into my free programs. Maybe that sales process had dragged out and they'd come back in later. But I had no way of tracking that and no record of that. So I can't say that year spent doing paid ads on my own and there's $7,000 of ad spend had got me anything. Like it might have done, but I have no numbers to give you. I can tell you. So it was just ridiculous, you know. It's just time and money wasted. Impact Academy just lays it out. Very, very simple. Step by step, video by video by video, action, action, action. It couldn't be any more simple. And it was just one of those penny drop moments where it all becomes very clear. The first week it was frustrating because I'm not very good with tech. And obviously I'd spent a year getting frustrated with it already. So I already had that built up in my head, that frustration. And the first week, obviously I wanted to hit the ground running and it was like, but then the second week it was like, oh my God, it's just so obvious and so easy. And then by the third week, everything was implemented. It was all in place. And that's when we started getting the returns and the results.
Yeah, let's go. And
it was just easy because it's step by step. In Impact Academy, it's step by step by step. Take action, take action, take action. And it's like a 10, 15 or 30-minute video. And then you just go and put that little bit of work in place. And then you go next video, next bit of work. It's very easy.
Yeah.
It lays it all out.
There's no fluff in what we teach. And, you know, tech sucks. Like tech's annoying as shit. So what you need is you actually need something that walks you through it like we do. And so you can say, we can watch this, go and implement it. Watch it, go and implement it. Exactly like you said. We really try and do that because we don't want it to be a struggle for people. We want it to be easily implemented. And you can just download our thoughts and put it into your practice, which is really cool. So what were the big results? Like I know, was it last week or the week before? Was that your best week ever?
Yeah, that's right. So by week 3, that's when we started getting the returns, the results. We started getting people booking into my schedule. Wake up, and there was like bookings. It was like Christmas, and it was actually Christmas as well. So we did this over the worst time period possible.
Yeah.
Health and fitness traditionally is like ghost town for me over that period, especially here in WA. The people that can afford high level coaching can afford 6 weeks holidays over Christmas, and that's exactly what they do. Health and fitness has always been a ghost town for me. But for the first time ever, we started getting bookings and we started making money over that period. And then by week 4, the 4th week, that's when I had my record-breaking week. So I got all my original investment paid back in week 4.
Wow.
We had a record week.
What was the total value in that week?
So we had a 9 times return on ad spend. which is hectic. So
Yeah.
the whole week, we turned over 12,800, and direct sales from ads was 5,800 on a $600 ad spend,
Damn.
roughly.
Yeah. That's
And
insane.
it would have been even more. It was just a couple of sales. It was just that timing period was just, it was just a very tough time. Like the first week after Christmas,
Yeah.
people were like, man, I've just come out of Christmas. I just need to get ahead of the game, or,
Yeah.
it's a new year. I'm starting a new job. I'm moving house. So it would have been even higher. Like the return on investment would have been just hectic that week if it had been any other week of the year.
Yeah, 100%. Man, so what are some of the major lessons that you've learned along the way? Your journey's obviously still going with us, but what are some of the biggest lessons you've learned so far?
It's just understanding paid ads. That's all I can say. Like, because I'd already had the structure. Like, that's what you need. You need to have that as well.
Yeah.
Get the structure in place, because it's like Pete says, like, paid ads aren't the solution. You need everything else working as well, and that's what Pete give you. It'll get you laid out and get it sorted so you can start making money. And then for me, it was the clarity over paid ads, because before they were very confusing and frustrating. Now it's very clear to me.
Yeah.
Like, this, the way to scale my business and paid ads in general is clear to me. Like, you still have to work at it and tweak and change things, but I have clarity and I feel like I have control.
Yeah, that's great. So, man, what would you tell someone if, say they were in the old Steven's shoes of trying really hard to figure this stuff out by themselves, spending lots of money with no return? What would you say to them?
I'm very, very passionate about seeing PTs succeed, because the way that I see it, the world in general is in a very, very poor state of health, especially in the Western world. So it's very important to me that we see PTs succeed. And what I see, the biggest problem that I see is PTs spend too much time thinking that they need to be the world's best PT. I need to gain information. And we create a massive base knowledge disconnect. We spend too much time with the science of coaching, and we forget that the majority of people, like 85% of the population, they just need the basics. They just need accountability, a bit of knowledge around nutrition, and a bit of knowledge around training. And that's enough for them to get the results that they want. So stop spending time and money on technical information and spend time and money on business knowledge. Build your business so that you can help more people. If you want to be a PT and you're going to be a successful PT, it's because you want to genuinely help people. And you can't genuinely help people by increasing your scientific knowledge or technical knowledge. You help more people by building a business that you can reach more people and help more people. There's people out there looking for you to help them, and you're spending all your time reading about the cellular structure of a muscle cell. Like, people don't need that. So stop learning technical information and learn business information. Don't overestimate what knowledge you need on a technical level, and underestimate the business knowledge that you need. You need to put more effort into business and reaching people. And that's what paid ads will give you. That's what the structure will give you. It lays it out. This is how you help people and build a platform. And if you truly want to help people, that's what you need to focus on.
Boom. That is some ancient wisdom right there. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna frame it. I'm gonna put it on my wall. Stephen, that was brilliant. Thank you for sharing all your story and your progress so far. And guys, if you're watching this video and this resonates with you, if you want to get a positive return on your ad spend, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5x that return, then we can help you achieve similar results like that. It's not a normal result. Steven's a wizard. He puts in the work and gets the results. So if you're someone who can put in the work, then we should talk. We should jump on the phone. We should see how we can help. There's nothing to sell on these calls. It's just a free brainstorm to see how we can help you and your business. So click the link below and we'll book that call in. Steven, again, man, thank you so much for jumping on. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.